This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Chelsea. Chelsea is a champion surfer, so she's accustomed to moving super fast, which is why she relies on super fast broadband brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her family sharing and surfing and saving each month. Combined, she bundles her Flow mobile, home phone, and TV services, so she can enjoy much more for much less, and so can you. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Monday, September 5th, and time for the Barbados Today Morning Update. Thanks for joining us with the news. I am Fernella Wedderburn. We begin with calls for the firearm laws in Barbados to be enforced. It's coming from Senator Reverend David Durant, who believes the country is becoming worse than the Wild Wild West in the face of the recent spate in gun violence. Addressing the National Assistance Board 36th Anniversary Church Service at his Britain's Hill Restoration Ministries, Reverend Durant revealed that the law was already on the statute books, but he said it must be applied to curb the gun violence currently taking place in the country.
We need some help. We need to get tough on the gun laws in this country so that the young people can get a message. As a matter of fact, on the offense and firearms law here in Barbados is very, very strong. What we need to do is make sure we implement what is already written in our books, in our law books. It is said, when it comes to the Offense with Firearms Act, it says in number 18 of chapter 179, it says, where a person has in his possession any firearm or ammunition with intent thereby to endanger life or cause serious injury to property, or to enable another person by means thereof to endanger life or cause serious injury to property, whether any injury to property has been caused or not, that person is guilty of an offense and is liable on conviction on indictment to a fine of $150,000 or to a term of imprisonment of 25 years or both such fine and imprisonment. The law is already there. We have to enforce, get tough on these young men who feel that a gun is their God and they can just do whatever they want with it.
Meantime, a video showing the brazen murder of 46-year-old Ricardo Bryan has been making the rounds on social media, and it has not escaped the attention of investigators of the Royal Barbados Police Force probing his shooting death, which occurred in the car park of the Lucky Horseshoe in Warrens last Thursday. A video shows 4 gunmen rushing towards Bryan and firing several times at him. Acting Police Public Relations Officer, Station Sergeant Roland Krobler, tells Barbados Today when such videos make the rounds on social media, it is a cause for concern, and it shows the lack of sensitivity to the victim and that of family members. However, he is appealing to anyone who has information to come forward to assist police with their investigations or use the anonymous systems in place to pass on information to the police. Meanwhile, lawmen are questioning a number of people in connection with the August 25th murder of Andre Hines. Hines died from gunshot wounds sustained during an altercation with armed men who broke into his home in Northumberland, St. Lucie. In other news, the new school term should get off to a smooth start. So says President of the Barbados Union of Teachers, Pedro Shepherd, who is hoping to hold talks with officials from the Ministry of Education later this week to settle outstanding issues. The two sides have been at loggerheads over a number of matters, chief among them deductions from the salaries of teachers who attended 2 union meetings earlier this year.
Teachers are going back out to school, prepared to work. There's some outstanding matters, of course, that we would want addressed before school starts. But if those matters are not addressed, I believe that teachers are still going to be on the job because we are paid to do a job, and I believe that we have the interests of the children of Barbados at heart and the country at heart, and teachers are prepared to do what they have to do, and I would hope that the Ministry of Education and other persons would also do what they have to do to make teachers' life comfortable and to make the job of teaching easy.
Despite this, Shepherd tells Barbados Today teachers are ready to begin the new school term, which opens on September 12th for students.
Teachers are ready for the start of the school term. Some of them would have been at schools for the last 2 weeks or so before the school year began on the 1st of September preparing. And I'm sure on Monday, which is the beginning of the planning week, that teachers are going to be out in their numbers too. I have been to 2 schools. Some work is still being done at one of them, visible work being done, and that is the Westbury Primary, but I'm sure that they are going to be ready by the 12th and the students are back in school. And again, we have some schools where classrooms are now being painted by teachers, PTAs, etc.
CEO of the Barbados Tourism Product Authority, Dr. Kerry Hall, says a lack of investment in tourism infrastructure is one of the main challenges facing the local and regional tourism sector. Speaking on Sunday's Down to Brass Tacks, Dr. Hall said this has resulted in the Caribbean putting forward what she called a tired product. And according to her, it will affect the region's competitiveness on the world market.
The recession has taken its toll. And ironically, in order to make sure our products are constantly reinvented and refreshed, will require injections of tourism investment. And sometimes that's just not forthcoming, because when money has to be spent, sometimes there are other areas of priority above those. And that has an impact as well, because if we have a tired product, there are a lot of destinations out there, emerging destinations, which are given a high quality for a more cost-effective price. And that is our immediate competition right now, and we have to rise to the challenge to do whatever we have to do to remain competitive, particularly in the face of extreme competition and so much choice that is really unprecedented right now in the world of tourism.
Dr. Hall was speaking ahead of next week's State of the Industry Conference, which will be held at Hilton Barbados Resort. Consumers are paying less for gasoline, diesel and kerosene. However, it's costing residents more for liquefied petroleum gas. Gasoline decreased by 3 cents and now costs $2.82 per litre, while diesel dropped from $2.04 to $1.95, a saving of 9 cents. Kerosene will now sell at 90 cents per litre, down from 98 cents. Liquefied petroleum gas now costs $137.95 per 100-pound cylinder, up from $135.27. The price of the 20-pound cylinder is now $39.50, an increase of 58 cents, while the 22-pound cylinder costs $34.92, an increase of 51 cents. The price of the 20-pound cylinder has moved from $31.28 to $31.75. The new prices went into effect at midnight last night.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Read all about it, read all about it. Get your paper, only $2.25, let's get your paper.
You again with that stale news from yesterday. I got the Barbados today on my phone, and I just get my news for free.
What do she?
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We pick up with news from the region. Criminologist Ramesh Dirosaran tells Trinidadians don't expect much from the recent talks between the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, and opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar on the crime situation in the country.
I am a little surprised about the media hype over these talks, as if tomorrow manna will fall from heaven. This is not going to happen. Right now we're in a mode of symbolism, just gestures and promises, and we have faith and we hope, and that is quite good as a start. But given what has happened, and given the limitations of implementation in terms of how far can a government go, or to use the more forceful word, how far can a government interfere with institutions, is another issue. Why is preliminary inquiries issue taking so long? Who is blocking it and why? I mean, that is a matter for political accountability.
On the international scene, Angela Merkel's ruling CDU party has been beaten into third place by an anti-migrant and anti-Islam party in elections in a northeastern German state. According to the BBC, partial poll results show the AfD party took 21% of the vote behind the center-left SPD's 30%. The German Chancellor's CDU was backed by only 19% of those who voted. The vote was seen as a key test before German parliamentary elections in 2017. And on that note, we come to the end of our news update. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on iZoom Media and Bus Terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Good morning.